Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is episode number 251 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And, of course, please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Anyway, folks, I know I alluded to on the third hour, in the podcast hour is what I like to call it now, that I was going to possibly miss this show because I was out there, I was going to do some deals, or do a deal, let's put it that way, that was going to be an important transaction. And let me tell you, it was successful. And what I planned to do is when I go out there, wanted to celebrate a little bit, want to get a little tipsy out there at 6th Street and, maybe celebrate the deal. Unfortunately, folks, we've got HAARP out here, in my opinion, messing with Texas with these torrential rain, hailstorms. I've never seen so many hail storms in my life, all right, in Texas, and all kinds of floods in Texas. Anyway, I looked up in the sky, and it didn't look like it was going to be very good. And I don't know if you folks have been keeping up with what's going on down here in Austin, Texas. The Lake Travis has a dam, all right, and they had to unleash some of those floodgates to relieve some of the water that's been built up in this dam because of all the torrential rain out here. And that, I think, commenced about either yesterday or the day before yesterday. And, this water's still coming out, and here we got these goddamn torrential rains coming over here in Austin, Texas, and not to mention Houston, Texas. I mean, all over Texas. I mean, you're seeing big-time torrential rain. So I decided to just go ahead and stay in and do a Taco Tuesday edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast until the hailstorms and the thunderstorms and the tornado storms or whatever the hell comes along. We're going to be on the air. As a matter of fact, as you can tell, I've already had a few, folks, drinks. I've been out there. I've been celebrating, all right? I mean, I'm a businessman. I'm a capitalist, baby. I'm making money. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I had to make this deal, and I wanted to celebrate, and, unfortunately, I didn't get to because of the goddamn weather. HAARP. Thanks a lot, HAARP. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and do this primary Taco Tuesday edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. So let's go ahead and get right into it, folks. It is primary day. Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island are at stake out here, and the Trump train rolls on, baby. I think that there should be a sweep, baby. This is all East Coast. I mean, this is Trump territory, for Christ's sake. I mean, especially after the New York values nonsense that, this Canadian bacon moose humping piece of wannabe Texas trash, Ted Cruz tried to, shove down in the debates. I don't think that anybody in the East Coast that has any kind of integrity would even consider voting for this piece of trash, let alone John Kasich, for Christ's sake. And, of course, folks, if you've been living under a rock, if you haven't already known, John Kasich, Ted Cruz combining forces in an attempt to try to thwart the GOP nomination from Trump, it's already unraveling right from under. I mean, did you hear this? I mean, reports are coming out that Ted Cruz goofed John Kasich, and it doesn't seem that hard to do, to be honest with you, but he goofed John Kasich to basically get his ass out of campaigning in Indiana and have him campaigning in freaking Oregon, where this damn idiot Kasich doesn't even have a chance. I'm telling you, lying Ted, boy, lying Ted. I mean, this guy is the right-wing Barack Obama. I mean, the more and more unscrupulous, deceitful, disgusting, filthy tactics that this man, it's diabolical in his approach, to be completely honest with you. It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, it's like it's a psychotic work of art. I hate to put it in that terminology, but I mean, give me a break, man. And today, of course, John Kasich came out in one of these interviews and said, "Hey, I'm not out to stop Trump. I'm out to stop Hillary Clinton." Yeah, right. Get out of here, John Kasich. Give me a break. I'm telling you, folks, this Republican Party better bow to the people's will. And I'm telling you, they're going to have a big problem on their hands if they don't. I mean, I agree with Donald Trump. All right? I completely agree with Donald Trump. All right? Because if these idiots are going to sit here, and they're laughing. I don't know if you folks were watching the media this past weekend. These guys were all over the Sunday shows. I'm talking about Priebus and Curly Hoagland. And, you folks already know about him personally. These people were out here on the boob tube trying to laugh at people, saying, "Oh, well, the party, we're the ones that elect the candidates. I mean, not the voters." I mean, give me a freaking break with these disgusting totalitarians. You know what I'm saying? And the reason that they're trying to push this narrative, folks, is because more and more people are starting to wake up and realize that, hey, I mean, this has never been done before, you dumb scumbags. I mean, you people have basically sold the American public on one vote, one count, all right? One person, one vote. And moreover, you get tax money based on this crap. I mean, there are election laws based upon you two pieces of garbage parties, for Christ's sake. I mean, you're taking tax money. This is fraud, for Christ's sake. If you're going to continue with this narrative that the parties just surpass any kind of vote that you people have induced, and you induce it with campaign contributions, you induce it with all the ridiculous hoopla that you push forth as a party. I'm telling you, this is complete racketeering, fraud. I mean, I could just go on and on, for Christ's sake, but this is implementing Jim Crow laws. I mean, what is it, 8 or 9 states that have already had voterless elections, thanks to lying Ted Cruz? I mean, this is disgusting. So once again, folks, I'm going to reiterate this once again to everybody who's just tuning in with us that is not aware of the True Capitalist radio broadcast. We are capitalists. This is a capitalist revolution that is happening right before your eyes, and we are completely 100% backing up Trump because this man is a capitalist. He understands that the way things are going, the political class is purposely, it's more than obvious that they're purposely trying to throw our goddamn country into oblivion. I mean, just by looking at the actions. I mean, just look at what these leftists have done in Europe. I hate to keep reiterating that, and it's sad what's happening to Europe. Believe me, I look at it every day. More and more news comes out every single day. And let me tell you, it's a shame. It's a shame. So much culture, so much history, so much art, architecture, poetry, literature being flushed down the toilet because of some leftist idea that if you let these migrants in from these battle-hardened areas, these wild Yehudis, for Christ's sake, you let them in here and they'll be appreciative. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. That's the human thing to do, to go ahead and say, oh, look, they're in a bad situation, let me take them in. But once you started taking a few in and started realizing that these people, with all due respect, don't care about love. They don't respect love. They respect fear. And you see, folks, that's the biggest misconception of what is going on and what is transpiring today, folks. The social engineers, these people that are in government, these leftists don't just have a political view. They don't just have political ramifications for their motives. They have social ramifications for their motives. And that's why you have a lot of these ridiculous, disgusting leftists in the realms of the pseudoscience of psychology and sociology and all this other crap, all right? I mean, trying to put more and more money into public education. And, what's really ironic about putting so much money into public education, I mean, we spend more than any other country, and yet we're getting dumber and dumber, all right? And the reason is we're just paying bureaucrats. Do you understand that? I mean, we're paying, to be honest with you folks, I know that this is hard to believe because this is a well-kept secret by these damn bureaucrats, but these people can do the same job. Doesn't matter if it's a great job, a fair job, or a crappy job, all right? They can get the same amount of pay, the same amount increase each year, because they get an increase each year, folks. Every bureaucrat that works for the government gets an increase on an annual basis, all right? And that's on top of any other bogus bonuses and all this other crap, all right? It doesn't matter what kind of job they do, all right? I mean, they could be the best teacher of all time. I mean, they could literally teach the class to 100% of them could pass, all right, whatever litmus test that justifies intelligence at the time. It doesn't matter. They're going to get the same amount of pay and the same amount of recognition as some scumbag who's just barely stumbling into goddamn work to teach the class after, being at the bar all night, for Christ's sake. I'm not joking, all right? I'm not kidding around. And then we wonder why we're in the current position that we're in. We have been socially engineered for this crap. Now, I didn't mean to get off on this soliloquy about that crap, but seriously, I mean, we need to start recognizing what's going on out here. Anyway, I want to continue forward. Once again, it's primary day, folks. If you're not voting, I mean, what are you doing? All right, go out there and vote for Trump. All right, this man is going against the political class. I can see them shaking in their pantyhose, baby. I'm serious. I mean, can you feel them? Can you smell the fear in the GOP, for Christ's sake, because they realize that their whole political scheme is about to unravel from under them? I mean, just imagine. These are scumbag politicians that spent their entire life, their entire mental fortitude, their entire thought process, their futures based upon this ridiculous political scheme called career politics, for Christ's sake. And they all knew, based upon everybody else who's done this stupid political game, that all they have to do is just go out there and bamboozle enough people, lie to their faces, shake their hands, smile in their faces, lie, split hairs, kiss babies, kiss, black babies, Asian babies, do whatever it takes, all right, and get yourself elected. And when you get yourself elected, you tell them to give you money. Come on, give me more money. Give me more money. I mean, every politician, I'm telling you, folks, I mean, they're a prostitute. Like, I think it was Louis Farrakhan that said they're a prostitute that lifts up their skirt and shows their wares. And then you've got the John, which are the people that donate to these scumbags, basically throwing dollars at them. And they're going to go with whatever John throws them the best, throws them the best dollars, that gives them, takes care of them, for Christ's sake. Because as I've stated, each and every one of these scumbag politicians can take everything they've earned in their campaign contribution accounts. When they retire, when they're no longer in politics, they can transfer that garbage into their personal account, their personal name account, their personal income account, tax-free. All right? No taxes, no 40%, no gift tax, nothing. All right, and this is the game of politics, and this is what Trump is going completely against. And I think that everybody that is, feeding off of a stupid boob tube narrative of what you think Trump is, this man is against the goddamn political establishment. This man is taking a stand against what we've understood as politics in America today. Bribing these scumbags, paying them off. I mean, it's synonymous with freaking politicians. We just pay them off, and they'll get off our backs, for Christ's sake. The legal mafia, for Christ's sake, man. I'm telling you, it's this government that is creating the monopolies of not only this country, but in every other country across the world. All the people that are in opposition against capitalism, these people that they just loathe capitalism, they hate capitalism, You need to understand that under pure capitalism, there cannot be any monopolies, because in capitalism, where you spend your money is a political perspective. It's a political meaning. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you are the power of your dollar. And wherever you spend your dollar, if you think they're getting too uppity, if you think that, oh, look at this idiot, he's out there, whatever you view, wherever you spend your dollar, however you think it doesn't matter. That's what's a beautiful part about being a capitalist. You can think whatever you want about these scumbags, all right? If you think they're good people and you spend your money at their place, well, then you think they're good people. If you think they're scumbags but they provide good service, well, I mean, you take what you can get. But the only reason that we have monopolies in today's world is because the governments of the world preserve these monopolies, folks. They enforce these monopolies, all right, through coercion, through brute force. I mean, do you understand, folks, that these supposed monopolies that are made by capitalism, yeah, right, these are the people that get these tax benefits that are written specially for them. They've got special tax laws that opt them out of Obamacare. They've got special tax laws that, help them maneuver their billions of dollars and not have to pay a goddamn thing. I mean, this is under the leftist, liberal Barack Obama. I mean, this is how it is, folks. The only reason that there are monopolies in America and in other parts of the world is because the governments are forcing them on us. Not only do they give them tax cuts, they give them no-bid contracts. So they take our money, which we are the workers, we are the taxpayers, we are the ones that are the machinery behind this government. They take our tax dollars and then they throw it right back at these monopolies that they already gave tax cuts to. And that's how they sustain their monopoly, because we're sure as hell not, as a whole, making sure that these stupid monopolies are propped up. I can guarantee you that. I mean, we're not all out there, begging on our knees for these monopolies to come in and take up our goddamn communities, take up mom and pop shops, take away the economic opportunities out here. I'm telling you, folks, I'm not joking. You folks that are in opposition of capitalism need to understand that that's the game. That's what these damn governments want you to believe, that it's capitalists and capitalism that's evil, so that makes their totalitarian asses that much more pertinent in the totalitarian fashion. Do you understand this, folks? That's why they're trying to make you stupid. That's why they're trying to make you dumb. That's why they're trying to make you anesthetized with entertainment that's meaningless. Beyonce Knowles, all right? I mean, NFL, for Christ's sake. Look, I used to love football, okay, but it's fake, all right? Have you read an NFL ticket, for Christ's sake? It says it's fake. Anyway, I don't want to get into that, folks, but you're anesthetized with entertainment, all right? And you want to blame capitalism for your woes, and it's very easy to do so. But you need to look at the facts, and the facts are it's these governments that are suppressing us, and it's these governments that are sustaining the monopolies in not only this country but in every other country. And unless us as the capitalists, those of us that want to carve our own destiny through our own ability, our own skills, our own prowess, unless we demand from these damn governments to recognize us in a different capacity and to, moreover, let loose these ridiculous monopolies from the influence of coercion that they have upon us via your mechanism of government. And if they don't, folks, I don't understand how these damn governments think they're going to continue to sustain themselves, because without the capitalists, they're nothing. Nobody gets paid. All these assholes that are out here that think they're doing something for their country, all right? And I'm talking about, like, the people that are actually surveying patriots and people that love this country, the people that are complicit as it relates to bringing in these migrants under Obama's orders to come in here and basically act like closet sleeper cells, in my opinion. You know, these people that are just in collusion with all this ruckus. I don't even, just forget about it. I'm going off keister here. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry. I've been drinking a little bit, as you can see. All right, I'm sorry. Let me take another drink for Christ's sake. Hey, engineer, when I go off keister like that, can you give me a snap or something for Christ's sake? I mean, do something for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm just pissed, man. I'm pissed at what's going on out here. I'm pissed that the vote has been taken away from us. And everybody's just okay with it. Everybody's just like, oh, well, we never had a vote. It doesn't matter. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me take a drink here, folks. Anyway, I mean, I should be celebrating. That's why I'm drinking here, because I, signed a deal here. And let me tell you, that's what capitalism is about. It's about making deals. I mean, why do you think Trump wrote the book, The Art of the Deal? The deal is the most important thing in your life. Making deals with people. And every day when you meet people, you're making deals. You understand? I mean, look at you and me right now. If you're listening to me, all right, I'm making a deal with you and you're making a deal with me, all right? You're making a deal that, hey, you're going to listen, you're going to laugh, you're going to get informed, you're going to get shocked, you're going to get whatever. I mean, really, it's pretty unpredictable, our show. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. That's why, it's pretty attractive to, certain segments of the population of the internet. But I am, hoping that, with me giving you content, information, a little bit of, rambunctious commentary, so on and so forth, that you'll continue listening. I mean, it's a deal. It's a deal. All right? It's as simple as that. I mean, life is a deal. And you see, every time that you continue and just do nothing, not trying to make deals, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you're just wasting your life away. I mean, this is what is making you a serf to the state. This is why you'll contemplate getting freaking food stamps and welfare and so on and so forth. So anyway, sorry to go off on that soliloquy, folks. I've been drinking a little bit. I've been drinking a lot of different scotches, as a matter of fact. Walking home, I like to go into some of my favorite bars and just, they give me a pretty good deal on some of these damn scotches, for Christ's sake, and I'm a little tipsy, to say the least. I mixed it with a little bit of single malts and blended malts. I really like single malts. Don't get me wrong, but good blends, also leave a flavor on the palate that's just I like to call it like elitism, if you will. I don't know. I like scotch, man. It's good. Anyway, cheers, folks. Cheers. Oh. Woo! Anyway, folks, it is primary day. The Trump train steams forward. Have you heard the latest VP news, folks, all right? Bernie Sanders over here. Oh, yes, I'm Bernie Sanders, and I now am hinting that I want Elizabeth Warren as my VP because she looks like a hipster cartoon. And I need a hipster cartoon because I looked, when I was younger, like a hipster cartoon. I'm serious. I mean, give me a freaking break. I mean, Elizabeth Warren, man. I mean, come on. I mean, can you get any more cliche Bernie Sanders, for Christ's sake? And not to mention, I don't understand the fascination with Elizabeth Warren other than the fact that she looks like some old hipster cartoon. I'm serious. I mean, that look that stupid skank has on her mug, all right, that puss that Elizabeth Warren has, it's all over the place out here in Austin, Texas, folks. It's disgusting, man. I'm serious. It's gross. I'm tired of it. I'm serious. I'm tired of it. I'm sorry. I'm tired of that stupid, dumb freaking glasses and that stupid face and that shimp from the Three Stooges haircut that a lot of these dumb dykes have. Excuse me, these hipsters have now. Excuse me. Half of them are dykes anyway. I mean, give me a break, man. All right, come on. And look, I've got nothing against dykes, okay? I know there's a lot of lesbians that are actually capitalists, all right? I mean, they can't have children if they're true lesbians. If you had a child, you're not a freaking lesbian, all right? You're just a confused, dumb, ditzy, dish rag whore. That's what you are. But if you're a legit lesbian, you don't have any children, you're a capitalist, you go out and you work, I mean, hey, more power to you. I actually believe that there could possibly be, and I don't really know the statistics on this, but I have seen it more frequently. Remember, I'm out here in Austin, Texas, folks. I affiliate with these people all the time. But I do see a lot more monogamous lesbians. I mean, talking like the older ladies, that sort of thing. And what I've found is that they combine their wealth together, and they create businesses. We got a lot of businesses out here in Austin, Texas, ran by lesbians. So look, I'm not against lesbians, okay? I personally, Ghost, I don't like them. I don't want to. I mean, it's not like I don't like them. I can't take them serious, man. I'm sorry. I mean, they're like trying to be a man, and they're fat. You know what I mean? They're trying to use that fat as like they're muscular or something, and then they got like they look like a. I mean, they look like a middle school fat kid, man, like an obese middle schooler, male fat kid, a lot of these. And I just can't take them serious. I'm sorry, all right? Now, don't hate me, all right? I mean, I'll still do business with, lesbians. I mean, if they, make my cake right, I'll go to their bakery. I mean, I have nothing, there's nothing like that, all right? I just don't want to have dinner with him, is all I'm saying, all right? I don't want to, sit here and have to, I'm sorry, have to sit here and, trying to eat like a badass lobster tail at some, a New York strip or something. I'm eating and, choke to death because I want to crack up laughing. Because they look like a freaking middle school fat kid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Look, that's my personal opinion. I mean, look, they're good people. I'm sorry. That's my personal opinion. I'm practicing free speech while I still have it, all right? I mean, I know they're capitalists. More power to them. Cheers to the capitalist lesbos, all right? Everybody, raise your glass, whatever you're drinking, whether it's, Hawaiian Punch or Ovaltine. Drink, cheers to the capitalist lesbos. Cheers. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going off keister, folks. As you can see, once you strike the name Elizabeth Warren in the psyche over here, all of a sudden it just, these thoughts just start randomly coming out. I'm sorry. I just don't like this hipster cartoon look anymore, man. I'm out here in Austin, Texas, man. It's everywhere, man. Do you understand this? It's everywhere. I mean, this stupid hipster glasses look. I'm sick of that look, man. I'm sick of that look. Oh, Christ, man. I'm sorry. All right, let's go on. Anyway, Bernie Sanders, he's considering to have Elizabeth Warren as his vice presidential candidate. How cliche, all right? How cliche like Nick Lachey. That should be a new saying, right? How cliche like Nick LaFucking-Shay. Excuse my French. I'm sorry. Anyway, folks, Bernie Sanders is waxing his carrot to potentially having this, bull dyke cartoon, four-eyed bimbo, Elizabeth Warren as his vice presidential nominee, or vice presidential candidate, excuse me. We've got Ted Cruz. I guess he caught wind from the Bernie Sanders campaign, and he wanted to outdo Bernie prostate-infected Sanders, and decided to float the idea that he may want Carly Fiorina. What the hell's her name? Fiorina, Foreignus. I don't know what the hell her name is, but that broad that was, on the debates. Remember, she was at the kids' table for a second, and then they brought her into the adult league, and then she went bye-bye. All right. You know who I'm talking about. What the hell? Carly Fiorina, or whatever the hell her name is, man. That broad that used to run Hewlett-Packard, that ran it almost practically into the ground. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, he's floating her around as her vice presidential candidate, for Christ's sake, and I think that's a very big mistake there, Ted Cruz. All right, I'm serious. I mean, I think that, you've got some financial linkings to Carly Fiorina, Four Ugly Ass, or whatever the hell her name is, all right? lest we forget that there was a big campaign transfer from the Super PAC that Carly Fiorina ran. And basically, I forgot. I mean, it's on the internet. So you just put in Carly Fiorina and Ted Cruz Super PAC, and you'll find that you'll find the article. But her Super PAC, I think, transferred about $250,000, $500,000 to Ted Cruz's Super PAC, and it's speculated, of course. This is alleged that was hush money. All right, that was hush money for these affairs or. An affair that happened to someone that was within the Carly. Oh, hold on. Somebody put the Fiorina. Fiorina. Whatever the hell her name is, man. Anyway, she's not even worth even understanding what her name sounds like. All right. Anyway. He's floating her around. There's some unscrupulous financial ties to these people, and it's alleged that it's related to the goddamn affairs that he had. So I'd look into that, folks. But once again, lying Ted Cruz, man, lying Ted. I'm telling you, what a scumbag son of a bitch this guy is. I mean, how could you vote for this man? I mean, the guy's a Canadian. All right. I mean, he's just a complete sleazeball. For Christ's sake, I'm just an unscrupulous bastard. I mean, did you see the voter that confronted him about the elections and how come, he was able to win voterless elections, for Christ's sake? Did you hear what he said? He's like, hey, well, I don't make the rules, lady, all right? I'm just doing what I'm doing, and I'm a constitutionalist. You piece of crap. Get the hell out of here, you freaking Zodiac killer look-alike piece of trash. Anyway, once again, Bernie Sanders hinting towards Elizabeth freaking dumbass hipster cartoon Warren, and Ted Cruz is floating around Carly Fiorina. Anyway, Bill Clinton, I don't know if you folks heard about Bill Clinton. He is blaming Barack Obama, all right, because of the rise of Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump. Oh, now the gloves are coming off, folks, all right? I'm telling you this right now. And if you haven't followed me on Twitter, please follow me. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. I tweeted an article that is suggesting, and let me tell you, it's saying that the Biden-Hillary camp has a lot of tension. And I don't know, you need to read the article or listen to the video that's on the article. I'm telling you, these are little small hints. They're little small hit pieces via the media. I'm telling you, Biden is starting to lay the groundwork towards possibly taking away the goddamn nomination from Hillary Rotten Clinton, and he is going to run for the. I'm telling you, what did I tell you? All right, if you don't believe me, look, go to the goddamn Twitter account. Let me go and look and see what exactly the article says so that you folks can understand that this is serious goddamn business, all right? All right, it says Biden-Clinton tensions linger, all right? That's the article. It's written by The Hill, thehill.com. Please read it. I'm telling you, you've got Joe Biden already trying to throw these little hit pieces out here, trying to usurp the goddamn nomination of the goddamn DNC, because I'm telling you, folks, I told you it was like a 60% chance that this goddamn guy is going to come out of the woodwork and he's going to go and take the nomination away from Hillary Clinton. Unbelievable. It's starting to happen. It's happening! It's happening! It's happening, for Christ's sake, man. I can't believe it. And, of course, it coincides with Bill Clinton blaming Obama for the rise of Sanders and Trump. I mean, that's a pretty bad hit piece right there, you know what I mean? This is your fellow Democrat. You see how these bureaucrats are when it comes to power? There ain't no friends with these scumbags. There's no principle keeping these people together. I'm telling you, liberals are soulless. These are soulless people that you're dealing with on the left over here. That's why they don't care. They'll backstab each other. They don't care. I mean, they would shake each other's hands. They smile in front of the camera, and hey, we're friends. And look at them now. All right, they're taking hit pieces at each other slowly but surely, folks. And let me tell you, I think that it's not only not a coincidence, that Barack Obama, of all people, wants to potentially release these 28 pages. I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. And why would Obama want to release these 28 pages relating to 9/11? If you're not familiar with it, folks, I strongly advise you to do your own research about this. These 28 pages that America, there's a variety of different people that have been trying to make these declassified to the American public. They were shown to members of Congress, and members of Congress are shocked. They've been put on record as saying that, what's in these papers will totally erase what you believe what 9/11 was, for Christ's sake. And Bob Graham has even implicated Saudi Arabia, royal family, elites, all of the above, quote unquote, as it relates to who was actually behind 9/11. And it's not just the Saudi Arabian government, folks. It's the Bush crime family. It's the Clinton crime family, folks. Believe it or not. I'm telling you this right now. All the pieces are starting to come together on the left that a potential usurping of the nomination is going to come around. And I said this, folks. You can look back at the archive at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. I said it. All right, they are going to try to take Clinton down, and they've got a lot of different tools to take her down. All right, not just the what I just mentioned, but then you've got the emails. All right, and then folks, I don't know if you've just witnessed hot off the wire. All right, hashtag right now on Twitter, election plot twist. All right. Apparently anonymous, which now anything that anonymous, quote unquote, releases, I believe it's the government. All right, it's the FBI. All right, I'm serious. I'm not joking around. Anyway, anonymous, wink, wink, released evidence that shows that Hillary Clinton pledged to serve the interest of Goldman Sachs. And remember, it was Bernie Sanders that alluded to these speeches that he wanted to make public that she had to Goldman Sachs. Remember, she was paid lots of money to speak in front of Goldman Sachs, and she never made the contents of those speeches public. And that's what Bernie Sanders was harping about, for Christ's sake. Well, according to the anonymous release of this evidence, she allegedly pledged her allegiance to Goldman Sachs and was going to serve their interest and basically spoke about it, and there's evidence about it. So I'm telling you, folks, they're coming at her all over the place. Do you feel it now? Do you feel the usurping of the DNC nomination? Do you feel Joe Biden coming in and trying to come in and be this savior, so on and so forth? And I've said it, and I'll continue to say it. The reason both of these people, Hillary Rotten Clinton, Joe Biden, the reason that they want the presidency is because if Hillary Clinton becomes president, Bill Clinton will become the UN General Secretary, or Secretary General, excuse me. That's right. That's what it's all about. They want to be the most powerful couple in world history. Do you understand that? But if somehow Joe Biden maneuvers himself into the position of power and runs for presidency, folks, then Barack Obama becomes the UN Secretary General. I mean, do you understand the kind of, just a thirst for power on the left that's happening? For them, it's not about America. Do you understand this, right? On the left, it's not about America. They could give a rat's ass what happens to America. It's all about pure, unadulterated power, baby. I mean, we are witnessing the history books, to be completely honest with you. I mean, this is the kind of crap that we read about in relations to the greatest empires of history, for Christ's sake. You know, the drama, the thirst for power, for Christ's sake. What's unfortunate is that we've got so many dumbed-down people in this country, they can't even comprehend the complexity, the reasoning, the idea of what is transpiring on the political stage right here. I'm serious. I'm not joking around. Can you feel it, man? I can feel it. I can feel Joe Biden wanting to just, take that nomination. And let me tell you, I think that they may do it. I think that the percentages, and folks, I've been saying that ever since I came back on the air, all right? Ever since I came back on the air, I've been saying this. All right, and what has happened? more and more the evidence is showing that the potential usurping of the damn DNC nomination by Joe Biden is more and more of a not only probability but possibility. All right? Good God, I can't believe it. I mean, I can't. I'm serious. All right? I mean, but look, this is what's happening on the left. So all you Bernie Sanders fans, all you Hillary Clinton fans, all you people, this is what it's about, you stupid morons. It's not about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about your well-being. I mean, I tweeted the goddamn stupid clip where Hillary Clinton jokes about putting people in adult concentration camps. Or what would you know? I'm sorry, she said adult fun camps. Can you believe this crap, folks? That's how stupid these people think. Unfortunately, maybe they know you are. I don't believe so. I believe that there's still a good portion of capitalists out here that understand common sense, that can think for themselves, that are independent, that have the ability to gather their own news and information on their own basis, for Christ's sake. I mean, you've got it at your fingertips, for Christ's sake, man. And that's why I'm saying, folks, I'm serious. I mean, we're living in serious, serious times. That's why Donald Trump, he doesn't have any international endeavors, folks. And that's why I'm saying if you are against the globalist, which at this point in time I am against the international bureaucratic system that is attempting to globalize the world. That's what I'm against. And that's why I am in complete opposition to what the hell's going on the left. And that's why I am full throttle, 100%. I mean, I dedicate my life at this point in time to Donald Trump, because if this man doesn't get elected, folks, what you know of as America and the way of life that you thought and you think that it's going to continue to sustain itself is going to completely be over. All right? Over. I'm talking your video game life, your cartoon worshiping life, your entertainment worshiping life. It's all going to come to an end because you people were just asleep at the wheel. And while you were asleep at the wheel, you had people that were able to just kind of, wave their Hollywood wand around on you, and you just followed it, and as a result, we are here now. We are here now. This election is that important, folks. It's that goddamn important. You understand that? If we don't elect Donald Trump, it's over. I mean, look at what's happening to Europe, for Christ's sake, man. It's over for Europe. I'm starting to... Look, I don't want to give up on Europe, all right? That's why I'm begging the people over there in Britannia, vote out of the freaking EU, man. Vote for the Brexit, for Christ's sake. Get out of there. Get out. Britannia, I know you can take care of yourselves. Preserve your history. Preserve everything that you've got. I mean, good Lord. I mean, seriously, vote out of the EU, for Christ's sake, man. Seriously. Jesus Christ. I can't believe this crap, but I'm telling you, that's all there is for Europe, in my personal opinion. The more and more that you've got Angela Merkel oppressing her own people and them not doing a goddamn thing about it, I mean, it's over. I mean, I feel bad for the German people, man. It's over for them, for Christ's sake, man. They can't even talk about some other piece of garbage president in Turkey without them getting prosecuted by that goddamn country, for Christ's sake? I mean, what's going on here? And you see, this is what socialism did to Europe, folks. I said it, and I will continue to say it. This is what socialism did to Europe. They pussified Europe. They made Europe believe that it was just going to be some great day in the park in this socialist utopia. And believe me, that's how they sold it. That's how socialism always sells it in the beginning. I mean, look at every socialist model that ever created, every communist model. What do? They take all the resources of the country and they centrally plan some makeshift charade of a utopia. I mean, that's what North Korea does. I mean, look at North Korea, all right? Take a look at a goddamn North Korea. They've got all these buildings, and they've got all this architecture, and they try to show off how much culture they have, and they try to do this and do that. And meanwhile, they can't even take care of their own country. Meanwhile, they have rolling blackouts, for Christ's sake. I mean, you've got the freaking leader, this fat piece of cheese-eating crap, Kim Jong-un, over here telling his own people to prepare for famine while this guy's fat in the ass. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. This is how all socialist models start. Oh, look, it's so great. Look at these new buildings that this debt that we took on, that there's going to be no taxpayers to pay off. Look at this building that we did, and look at this culture, and look at this, and look at that. And then, you know, you give that one, maybe two generations, and then it's over. Then it's over. It's finished. It's over. I mean, please understand. If you're in Europe, you understand what I'm telling you, man. You understand what I'm telling you. It was great in the beginning, right? Oh, yeah, socialism, it's great. Look, I mean, we can go out, we can drink, we can screw, we can do drugs, and we're pacified, and women are sexually liberated, and all this crap. It was great, believe me. Americans used to go to Europe because they loved that aspect of Europe. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, that's why Americans went over there. They know they could get laid out there in certain parts of Europe because women were very free with themselves sexually out there in Europe. It was this nice utopia. Everybody was so great. People retired at 45 and 40 years old. It was, 4-hour-a-day work days or some kind of crap like that. This ridiculous nonsense. It was great in the beginning, wasn't it? And then there came a day where all of a sudden, it just started incrementally getting worse and worse because there wasn't enough goddamn money. There wasn't enough goddamn money to sustain that facade. And that's what happens all the time to socialist countries, folks, and that's what's happening here. If we continue forward and we do not elect Donald Trump, it's over. It's over. Your life, the way you believe the American way is, you know, computers and having electricity. Because what makes you think that you're going to have electricity if you can't pay your own country's debt? I mean, why do you think Saudi Arabia is trying to threaten economic terrorism on America? They're threatening to sell $750 billion in bonds. You know what that would do? That would throw us into a Great Depression. All right? Do you understand this, right? I mean, that would throw us into a Great Depression because, you see, if you cash in those bonds at $750 billion, who has $750 billion? The goddamn government doesn't have $750 billion. You don't have $750 billion. You're on the hook for that. You know that. You are on the hook. Our government has used you as collateral for these taxes, so you're on the hook for this tremendous debt that has been incurred, especially amongst the past two presidencies, Bush and Obama. Both of these people, in my personal opinion, should be put on trial just for that alone. All right? But you understand that you are on the hook for this. You as an American citizen, you understand this, right? I mean, you know that your birth certificate is given to you by the Department of Commerce. I mean, you would think, right? I mean, just look on the back of it, for Christ's sake, all right? You are a commodity. Do you understand this? And you see, this government has used you as collateral, and you see, now that you can no longer be worthy, for Christ's sake, all right? That's all there is to it. I mean, we're approaching $20 trillion in debt. $20 trillion. $20 trillion. All right, now let me tell you, I mean, if you put a capitalist like Donald Trump in office, he could probably pay that down tremendously. And if that debt is paid down tremendously, the economy would be a lot better off because the dollar would be worth more, all right, first and foremost. And secondly, we wouldn't have to owe so much goddamn interest as it relates to this debt because, folks, the only thing that our taxes pay for is the interest on the debt. We're not even paying on any principal on the debt. Do you understand this, right? I mean, we just went through tax day, all right? We just went through tax day. Whatever we collected or the government collected on tax day, it isn't even going to the principal of the almost $20 trillion in debt that the United States has. It's going on the interest, all right? So you do the research. You take a look at how much taxes were collected. All right, You take a look at how many taxes were, and that's what's going on the interest. That's why paying down the debt and putting a capitalist in the White House is so goddamn important, because on the left, they don't care about that. They want this place bankrupt, because if it's bankrupt, I mean, they've got the president. If it's Hillary Clinton, they've got the president to the bankrupt state that will force them, which is us, to pay the debt to who? The United Nations. And who will be the UN Secretary General of the United Nations? None other than Bill Clinton if Hillary Rotten Clinton is elected. And the same goes for the other side, too. Same goes for Joe Biden and Barack Obama. I mean, both of these damn parties are vying for goddamn international bureaucratic power. It's not a joke. This is serious business, and I think everybody needs to take their heads out of their ass and realize that this is the last election if you don't go out and vote for Donald Trump. Do you understand that? Even if you don't like the man, even if you think he's a piece of trash, it doesn't matter. Even if the dumbass idiots on the goddamn boob tube have convinced you he's racist, he is against the establishment. If you are anti-establishment, if you are anti-political class, I mean, why would you not go out and vote for him just based on that principle? He's going against what these damn bureaucrats want. Why do you think these Republicans want to put in a goddamn Paul Ryan or a goddamn Mitt Romney? Because these idiots will, if elected, they'll do the same thing that Barack Obama and Joe Biden are going to do, and the same thing Hillary Rotten Clinton and her husband is going to do. It's about power over there and on the right. That's why Donald Trump is so important. I mean, his election is so goddamn important. Why do you think I'm here? I mean, why do you think I'm spending all this energy and effort, for Christ's sake, to convince you folks that this is that important? I mean, I hate to keep reiterating this goddamn crap, but look at Europe. Look at Europe. Look at it. Look at them. They're destroyed, man. Their culture, their architecture, their people, everything. It's destroyed. It's gone. And why is it gone? Socialism, man. Leftist socialism. When the hell are you idiots going to learn? Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, folks, I didn't mean to get off on that diatribe, but once again, Bill Clinton blaming Obama for the rise of Sanders and Trump. I mean, let me tell you something. I think, in my personal opinion, I blame the American people for Barack Obama, all right? If you want my personal opinion, I think Barack Obama, there should be classes dedicated to this idiot's diabolical, bureaucratic, sociopathic approach to politics. All right, I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. I mean, as much as I dislike the man based upon his policies, as much as I dislike the man based upon, you know, his politics and what he's done, the only other bureaucrat that I can think of that comes to mind that was as diabolical but without so much goddamn murderous oppression was Joseph Stalin. Yeah, I mean, you know, Joseph Stalin, this guy was murderous, and he was, you know, I mean, he would jail his own people. Barack Obama, he's done some of that from what I've read, but he hasn't done, you know, Joseph Stalin-esque type of, I'm not putting it past him not to do it either. I'm not putting it past him that, you know, they put in some false flags and, you know, they conveniently, you know, send some EMF waves to a fault and, you know, have an earthquake or something. All right, I'm not putting it past him, but let me tell you something. This man is the most unbelievable psychopathic bureaucrat that I have ever witnessed in my entire life. And I have studied politics for a long, long time. And I'm talking political theorist. I'm talking, politicians. I'm talking historical figures. I mean, this man, all right, this man is probably the most unbelievable bureaucrats that I've ever seen in my entire life. And let me tell you something. That's why he's able to accomplish what he's accomplished, all right? And look, I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you folks. I don't like what Barack Obama has done to this country. I mean, he's ruined it, all right? But at the same time, if you would have listened to me, I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but if you would have listened to me back when the Dow Jones Industrials, all right, was around 7,000 or 8,000 points when I started True Capitalist Radio, and you can go back in the goddamn archive if you don't believe me, you sons of bitches. If you would have just listened to me and just value invested blue chip stocks, all right, it didn't even matter what blue chip stocks you picked, for Christ's sake, man. You could have thrown a goddamn dart at a wall of blue chip stocks, and you would have made some serious capital. You would be a lot better off than a lot of the people are today. And let me tell you, I've gotten some tweets from a variety of different people that are feeling what I am saying on this show, that there is a major economic retraction happening in this country. People are hoarding their money. It's hard to make $1 out here, for Christ's sake, folks. I'm serious. I mean, it was real easy to make $1. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I still play certain financial instruments and get residuals from brick mortar businesses, and I've got a lot of cash and other assets stored away, so I'm okay. But as it relates to trying to have major growth, like percentile growth, I mean, you as a person, and not to mention as a person, but as a corporation, if you have one, you want growth every single year, all right, no matter what. All right, now you want, for the most part, double-digit growth, if possible, on a consecutive basis and on a consistent basis. But what goes up must come down. I mean, especially amongst the market conditions, and as we can see out here in America, the market conditions are pretty bad. I mean, seriously, they're pretty goddamn bad. And the reason is, folks, is because there's no jobs out here. I mean, you have to understand, all right? I've always said this. Now, I think I said this back when I was at, Jesus Christ, even in True Conservative Radio days when I used to broadcast under that label. I said that, look, if you are going to continue to spend your money at these big conglomerates like Target and Walmart's, you understand that that money that you spend, all right, however you got it, all right, obviously wherever you got it within your community, within your sphere of influence, which is your community, all right. Somebody in the community paid you a wage, paid you some money, all right. Now, what you could do is go to somebody who is opening up shop and has a business within your community that lives within your community, so that if you spent your money at that person's shop or that person's service, that person would take the money that you got from your community, your sphere of influence, and take that to their sphere of influence, and that money would basically go around the community, and that's how markets are made. I mean, money isn't lost, it's transferred. And if you transfer the money around a certain sphere of economic influence, you have a bustling little economy. And the purpose of having that, like a money circulation within a small community, is to make more money come in from outside. I mean, that's the whole point of making a good community, all right? I mean, seriously. I mean, this is what you do. You pay it forward. You take your money, however you're paid, wages or whatnot. You go to your nearest local business that you know lives in the community. Because look, what happens when you spend your money at a local business? They're going to put it, in their account, and they're either going to spend it on more goods for their business, which hopefully they spend that money within somebody else who's a wholesaler or somebody else within the community, and that person, or they pay themselves wages, they pay their employees wages, and they go and spend so on and so forth. Do you understand? That's how money works. Now, the reason nobody has money anymore is because when everybody gets their goddamn check or their first of the month welfare check or the goddamn food stamps, they go right to goddamn Walmart, they go to Target, they go to these goddamn national conglomerates, and don't you understand, you idiots, that when you spend your money at these conglomerates, that money goes out of the freaking city probably at midnight, all right? Or probably now, they don't even need to do that anymore. They probably have it instantaneously going to some other goddamn account across the country. And this is why no communities have money circulating. Now, I'm lucky out here in Austin, Texas. We have a lot of circulated money out here. I mean, I don't know if you've been watching Shark Tank, folks. I mean, I introduced the last time I was on the broadcast, I introduced the people who listen to me to Shark Tank, and they enjoyed it. But you notice that a lot of these people that are coming out in Shark Tank are from Austin, Texas, folks. I mean, there is lots of money out here. That's why we have a homeless problem. Yeah. I mean, I know that's hard to believe, folks, but seriously, I mean, there's so much money out here in Austin, Texas, that it draws the homeless from all over the country, for Christ's sake. I mean, it gets through that vagabond grapevine, all right, and they all come out here, and literally they all come up with all kind of weird-ass schemes to try to convince you to take $1 out of your pocket, man. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding around. I mean, there's that much money where people have enough money to just throw money at a bum just to get them the hell away from them. And they know that a lot of these idiots are all passive-aggressive idiots. They're really pussified, feminized idiots. And they would, here's $1, just get away from me. They have that type of reaction to these bums, for Christ's sake, and they know it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just look at them and say, no, you do something. I tell them, why don't you do a little dance or something? Why don't you, do some jackass stuff? I usually tell the bums that. I'm like, why don't you do some jackass stuff? Like, jackass, yeah, like Johnny Knoxville, jackass. And then they're like, man, screw that. They don't want to work. They don't even want to work for it. Anyway, folks, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this is why nobody has any money in America today, folks, because everybody, once they get their wages or however they get paid, they go right to the national conglomerate, which were the same people I was talking about before when I say monopolies that are protected by the government. Yeah, these are the same monopolies, and you give them your money, and then the money is transferred out of the community, and the only way it comes back is via the low wages that Walmart pays their employees. And when Walmart pays their employees, where do they go? They go to Walmart because they get discounts. And I mean, do you understand the cycle? This is why we're in the fucking pissing ground that we're in, for Christ's sake. This is why we're here. And this is why we need Trump as a president, man. I mean, don't you understand that? Anyway, folks, I'm sorry for going off Keister. We're already 3 minutes into the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Please follow me on Twitter, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, and if you haven't already done so, the archive and the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Anyway, folks, we are going to do some Twitter shout-outs right now, folks, and if you want a Twitter shout-out live right now on the show, all you have to do is go to my Twitter account and retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. All right, I'm not talking about the pinned tweet. I'm talking about the first tweet on my Twitter account, baby, all right? It's as simple as that. Anyway, do we have any goddamn Twitter shout-outs, engineer? All right, well, let's see what we got here. We've got Pigs for Noel. What's going on? Ghost Kasich. Ghost Kasich. Look, don't put my name with John Kasich, boy. Do you understand that? John Gasich or Gasich or whatever the hell he wants to call himself, for Christ's sake. Come out of the closet, John. Come on, we know what's going on. You and Donald Thibet, or Tybo, whatever the hell his fruity-ass name is, for Christ's sake, living together for 15 years in a nice little townhome in Alexandria, Virginia, while you overpaid him as he was your chief of staff. I wonder what he was doing. Anyway, we've got Ghost Ruto, okay. We got the Soliloquy Radio, real funny asshole, all right? I'm serious. I mean, these soliloquies I go into are important. All right? You need to be listening instead of sitting there waxing your carrot. Anyway, we got Green Leader 1978. No throne for Prince. That's horrible, ass. That's horrible. That's just horrible. CDIF fan 237 in the house. We've got Asho's Tub Time. Gigapower in the house. Brony Sanders. Corn Blaster. More lead for Flint, asshole. I mean, do you see these Stolich trolls? Jesus Christ. I'm not letting you I'm a little buzzed, all right? So I'm not going to let you idiots I'm not letting you harsh my mellow, all right? Before I even take any more goddamn Twitter shout-outs, I'm going to go ahead and take a drink first because I'm serious. You idiots are not harshing my mellow. I had a good deal today, baby. Made some money in an economy where I'm telling you people are suffering. Even the rich are suffering, baby. I mean, even Harrison Ford had to, sell his freaking, Han Solo jacket, for Christ's sake. Why? Well, he was flying planes, and, he's got a lot of health bills I'm sure he has to pay for, so on and so forth. So it's hitting everybody. Anyway, we got Sergeant Yoda here. Great, enemy capitalist. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, I'm going to have a heart-to-heart with you, enemy, and you trannies here towards the end of the show, so you idiots stay tuned. If you happen to know an enemy or a tranny who likes anime, then you tell them to listen in here in the next 30 minutes, for Christ's sake, because we need to have a talk, all right? We need to have a fireside chat is what we need to have, all right? We need to have ourselves a fireside chat here, all right? Anyway, who else do we got going on over here? We got All Hail Texania. All hail Texania, all right. All right, we got Weena One Actual. How you doing there? Are you happy with me? We got Manhood Magic. We've got, who else do we got here? We got Bully Lawsuit Capitalist. We've got, I'm not saying that sick-ass name, for Christ's sake. You people are sick. Yeah, Roller Ghost. I'm not a cripple, asshole, all right? I'm telling you, you're not harshing my mellow. Let me take a drink. Good stuff, baby. I'm telling you. Woo! It's flooding down in Texas. All the telephone lines are down. I'm telling you, I love Stevie Ray Vaughan right now, baby, especially since it's flooding down in Texas. It looks like nighttime out here, for Christ's sake, baby. It's flooding down here in Texas, baby. It's flooding in Texas. Anyway, who else we got? We got Mike J, 98 going on. We got Ghosty Cruz. Yeah, real funny asshole, all right? Real funny. All right, spread it around like AIDS. What kind of name is that? What kind of sick-ass name is that, for Christ's sake, man? Do you hear this? Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Anyway, who else do we got? We got, I'm not going to say that name, Zimzum Pronouns. Texas Aquarium. Oh, you son of a bitch. Look, I'm telling you, you're not harshing my mellow assholes. You understand that? I know that y'all are sitting there and you're laughing and you're like, hey, I'm gonna get him to do Can't-Stop-Wave. I'm gonna get him to do Can't-Stop-Wave. I'm gonna get him to do Can't-Stop-Wave. I'm not gonna do it, all right? I'm telling you right now, I got a great deal today. I made some money, baby. I'm a capitalist. All right, it's a Taco Tuesday. It's a primary day, and Trump should sweep the whole damn East Coast and should solidify him as the GOP nominee for president, for Christ's sake, man. So you ain't harshing my mellow, all right, you stupid, dumb idiots. You ain't doing it, all right? I don't care what you try to do. You ain't doing it. Tranemy. Jesus. You know what? Why didn't I expect you idiots to come up with some ridiculous garbage? Tranemy. Jesus Christ. Some guy named Molested Farm Boy. Oh, good Lord. Oh, my God. Alamo Atlantis. Oh, good God. That's enough. That's it. All right, that's enough. All right, that's enough of the goddamn flood jokes. All right, but this is serious business, for Christ's sake. I mean, we have never seen this amount of rain in history. Do you understand that? I mean, this is serious business, man. And you people are laughing. Look at them. They're on Twitter. They're laughing, for Christ's sake. I mean, you're sick. You're sick if you're laughing at this, man. I'm serious. You're sick. You're twisted. All right? There's something wrong with you in the goddamn head if you're laughing at this crap. All right? That's it. I'm done. I'm done with Twitter shout-outs at this point in time. All right? I'm done with it. Goddamn milky lickers, all of you. All right. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. goddamn mic, for Christ's sake, man. All right, that's enough for Twitter shout-outs. It's obvious you don't respect Texas, you piece of trash. I guarantee you come down here to Texas. All right, I don't care where you're from. You're going to talk garbage to Texas, boy. You come down here, we will stop a mud hole in your ass, all right, and take – I mean, you see, you're already harshing my mellow, man. I mean, why are you all doing this? Huh? Why do you all do this to me? I don't get it. All right, I'm kicking you some goddamn knowledge, for Christ's sake. God damn it. Sure as hell your daddy ain't doing it, boy. Your daddy ain't doing it. I'm doing it for him, boy. And this is the goddamn thanks I get, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry. For the legitimate political listeners that are listening to the show that have to go through the ridiculous nonsense that is Twitter shout-outs, my apologies, folks. All right, we're going to get back to the political commentary right now. All right, let me get another drink. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. Oh, man. I'm telling you, man. Scotch, baby, all right? All right, it's the man's drink, all right? It's the alpha male's drink, all right? If you got balls, you drink Scotch, all right? I'm serious, for Christ's sake, all right? I'm serious. If you have a man and he's drinking a freaking Cosmopolitan, if he's drinking, some kind of a fruit bowl drink, for Christ's sake, some kind of Corona with lime or some kind of garbage like that, don't even respect this piece of trash, all right? I'm serious, all right? If you're a businessman, you drink Scotch. You drink Scotch at the table, boy. If you're a woman, if you're a businesswoman, drink Scotch, for Christ's sake, and you'll probably win respect 100 times more than any pissant man would attempting to drink Scotch. And I'm serious, all right? I ain't joking. Anyway, we talked a little bit about, once again, Bill Clinton blaming Obama for the rise of Sanders and Trump. Did you hear what Hillary Clinton, his idiot dyke wife, said? Did you hear this? She said that I'm going to put half of my cabinet and make it female. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make half my cabinet female because that'll make me pertinent amongst females. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, don't you women understand? All right, I mean, I hate to reiterate this, but it seems that you got to repeat things over and over and over so that people finally comprehend what's going on. Do you understand that her husband, Bill Slick Willie Clinton, would physically and sexually abuse women, and then Hillary would come in and emotionally and mentally abuse them so that they can go away, all right, so they won't throw any lawsuits. Do you understand this? I mean, it's all documented, and you're on the internet, for Christ's sake. Look up! I can't believe women are this dumb, man. I'm sorry. I mean, good God. I mean, look, I know not all women are dumb, all right? I'm not saying that, all right? But I'm saying a group is defined by its majority, all right? And when you've got Lena Dunham, all right, is that stupid dyke's name, Lena Dunham? I don't even know. I don't care what her name is, all right? But let me tell you something. Lena Dunham, when she's trending on Twitter, for Christ's sake, and this is the spokeswoman for modern-day feminism and women in America, for Christ's sake, I mean, women, what are y'all doing? I mean, y'all need to stand up and say, hey, we don't want to be affiliated with this lesbianic garbage, all right? I mean, look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Lena Dunham and this, fat, kind of fatty, ugly approach to the new modern woman look, I mean, it is basically glorified the ugly, fatty slut that is, basically put forth by Hollywood via Amy Schumer. Like this Amy Schumer, for Christ's sake. I mean, why do they keep shoving this ugly slut down our throat, for Christ's sake, man? I mean, do you understand what she's trying to incept in a lot of you fatties and you uglies out there? I mean, look, not everybody is blessed with looks, all right? It sucks, all right? But you have to understand that you have your own abilities and your own creativity and your own prowess that can lift you beyond some limitation of looks, all right? Do you understand that? So once again, I mean, when you got Lena Dunham out here as the goddamn spokeswoman for women out here, it doesn't say much. All right, when you got Amy Schumer out here acting like some fatty, disgusting, horrific slut bag, it doesn't say much for women, all right? I'm serious. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to degrade women here. I know that there are women capitalists. I believe that women have the capability to be capitalist. I completely believe this. But a group is defined by its majority, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, you're seeing a lot of single women out here, and if you just kind of lurk some of these freaking Facebook pages and you see, and you don't even have to do that. You can Catfish. Have you heard this stupid show Catfish on MTV? I mean, this is how lonely people are out here, for Christ's sake. They're lonely because they don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to make themselves up. They don't know how to fix themselves up with any kind of physical integrity, for Christ's sake. You don't have to be looking like some goddamn supermodel in order to get some respect in this life. You have to respect yourself. And if you look like a slovenly piece of unshaven, unkept, complete mess piece of crap, then why in the blue hell should anybody have any goddamn respect for you, take you seriously, or even convince them to give money to you, you stupid piece of trash? I'm serious, man. I'm sorry going off. I'm digressing here. But I'm serious, man. I mean, I'm tired of this new woman, this new, and if it isn't the frumpy, lesbianic, I'm just going to let myself go, and I'm a fat piece of, looking like, what's that Supreme Court justice, that one that looks the cross between, like, Kevin Spacey and, like, Shemp from the Three Stooges. What the hell? Kagan, all right? Like a Kagan look-alike or some Elizabeth Warren look-alike, for Christ's sake. Or you've got the complete opposite. Now you've got women that just want to be complete, they want to show off their bodies. They think that is somehow going to give them any type of respect. I'm serious. I mean, haven't you noticed this? It's always some slut bag that, has this most supposed desirable body as it relates to modern-day pop culture, and they're always sitting there and saying, oh, my God, I wish I had a boyfriend. Nobody loves me. I can't find a boyfriend. You want to know why? Because I'm telling you, guys are finally getting fed up. In my opinion, I think that these young men, all right, I think that these young men are finally getting tired of women. I hate to say this, and I know I went on this horrific riot act as it related to Anime. I think it was on Sunday. And look, maybe I overlooked that broadcast again. I may have been a tad bit harsh, all right? And I'll get to that in a little bit, all right? But once again, this is why you have these freaked out, imaginary fetishes now, because I'm telling you, with all due respect, women, you are basically pricing yourself out of the market. And literally making yourself irrelevant. And that's why we're seeing a drop in birth rates in America, and that's why you got these leftists trying to justify allowing immigrants into the country in mass quantities. Do you understand this, right? And I'm telling you, ladies, it's because you believe what fucking Hollywood, I didn't mean to curse there, these Hollywood romantic comedies, you dumb bimbos, that's a movie, all right? That's a freaking movie. Do you understand that? I mean, a relationship is about sacrifice. It's about making a life together and going through that life and navigating the hardships and relishing the good times and the bad times and so on and so forth. It's not about you and only you, all right? And that's why you're alone. All right, that's why you're all alone, even though you've got, you got the badass body, you got the bomb-ass booty, all right, you got the bomb-ass breastises and all this other nonsense. It doesn't matter, all right? If you're a piece of trash inside and you're a selfish, self-centered piece of garbage, nobody's going to want you. You understand that? And look, it doesn't matter what level of the physical spectrum we're talking about, whether it's Kagan, Supreme Court Kagan, and Lena Dunham, or some fine piece of supermodel ass. All right, it doesn't matter what physical part of the spectrum. They're still the same mentality. They're selfish. All right, I'm serious. They're selfish. They're selfish people. I mean, just look at Lena Dunham and Kagan. They're selfish in the fact that they don't want to make themselves up. They don't want to present themselves in a professional, decent manner. And they want to force people to, accept them looking like, with all due respect, borderline freak shows. I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry. I mean, look, that's my personal opinion. I mean, I just, that's that physical realm of the spectrum. I think that bull dykes, with all due respect, are just, they're ex-chicks that got tired of making themselves up. They got tired of spending money on the makeup. They got tired of spending money on the dresses and on the shoes and on the purses and all that other crap, and they'd rather spend the money on goddamn whatever bull dykes like, eating food, eating junk food, sitting on their asses, playing video games, whatever. I'm serious. I honestly believe that. I'm not joking that the majority of modern-day dykes, that falls into that category right there. I'm sorry. That's what I think. Anyway, look, I'm digressing once again. But Hillary Clinton, the whole reason why we came here is because Hillary Clinton is going to put half of her goddamn presidential cabinet females. Now, doesn't that make you feel so, secure now? Huh? I mean, seriously. I mean, look at the female that's running goddamn Germany right now, for Christ's sake, and laughing and basking at the destruction of her own people. Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, no man has ever relished in the destruction of their own people. I mean, maybe you could possibly suggest that Obama's doing a little bit of that, but he's not as blatant, in my personal opinion, as Angela Merkel. I mean, you could see it in this disgusting bitch's eyes. She loves this. She loves her people being freaking molested and raped by wild Yehudis, for Christ's sake, assaulted. I mean, she loves this crap. Oh, my God. Anyway, once again, women, seriously, you're pricing yourself out the market. And, look, I mean, there's so much pornographic fantasy and obviously with the sick-ass anime crap, but we'll get to that later. Pornographic material. I mean, you're getting down to the point now where they're going to have sex toys in correlation with virtual reality, Oculus Rift kind of crap. All right? And at that point in time, ladies, I mean, who really needs you at that point? I mean, look, I've got my lady, all right. I mean, I'm not worried about it, but I'm just speaking in these gentlemen that are unfortunately sitting there waxing their own carrots for the past 10 years or so. I'm talking about these gentlemen. I'm telling you, you're pricing yourself out of the market. You're basing your whole life based on romantic comedies, and those romantic comedies are freaking movies, idiots. I mean, it's never going to happen. You're never going to have some romantic, kooky guy, that's going to do all these crazy, kooky things and love you and, and not to mention, guys, you too, all right? Stop with the fruit boldness. I mean, stop putting, and I hate to use my black brothers from another mother's terminology and their vernacular, but stop putting the pussy on the pedestal, all right? Seriously. All right, have you seen these failed marriage proposals by these jagoffs that, tried to, make some kind of a big scene about it in public, for Christ's sake? I'm serious. I mean, enough of this crap, man. These women don't want that. Do you understand that? I mean, if you don't believe me, please go to YouTube and look at failed marriage proposals and take a look at all these doofuses that tried to do the romantic comedy thing and, try to sing them songs and serenade them in freaking public arenas and all this crap, and they get rejected. Do you understand that? Because women don't want that. Even though they claim they do, for Christ's sake. I mean, give me a freaking break. So once again, folks, I hope that you take something from that. I mean, both male and female, all right? Females, get off your high horse, all right? Do you understand there's more of you than there are men, all right? So, just based on the numbers, you should just kind of pipe down a little bit and stop thinking that what's between your legs is gold, all right? With all due respect. I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying. Anyway, folks, I want to move on. I want to talk a little bit more about, once again, tranny bathroom bill again. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, can we go one day without the goddamn mainstream media just shoving this down our goddamn throats? Just one day. I mean, look, North Carolina, for you folks that have been living under a goddamn rock, passed a law that suggested, and it's so controversial, if you are a man, that you need to go into the men's bathroom, men's only bathroom, and if you're a woman, that you need to go into the woman's only bathroom, all right? And then you had everybody from the progressive left to the LGBTQ institutions to everybody and their goddamn brother, from the media to the stars that are supposedly doing tour dates there to try to get their mugs on TV. They cancel their tour dates. I mean, it's pathetic as it relates to this bill. It's stupid. I mean, as I said yesterday, even socialist liberal Bill Maher agrees that if you look like a woman, if you genuinely are a transgender, transsexual, if you look like a woman, then go into the woman's bathroom. We get it. We understand. All right? But if you're just some disgusting, Fu Manchu, bearded, man-bodied, having idiot in a dress, and you expect to get the same treatment as somebody who has actually gone through the goddamn full transition of being a damn trans-testicle, all right? I don't think so, all right? And I am saying this, and I will continue to say this, and I think that everybody needs to say this, all right? There is a complete difference from somebody who wants to live 24 hours a day as a woman and is transitioning as a woman. That is a transgender, transsexual, transtesticle, whatever you want to call them, all right? They want to be a woman. Do you understand that? They're not some cross-dresser, all right? They are not some cross-dresser or some transvestite, for Christ's sake, all right? I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. I don't know what in the hell it's going to take for you people to get this kind of common sense in your stupid head, all right? I'm serious, man. I mean, how hard is it? I mean, why is it so hard for the LGBTQ community to just accept this and get over it? I'm serious. Get over it, man. I mean, seriously. Anyway, the only reason I bring this back up, folks, all right, is that there was protests out there in North Carolina, and there was like 57 arrests as it related to these protests. And, of course, it was people that were like, hey, look, I don't think that we should respect some idiot in a beard and, a man body in a dress just kind of walking into the goddamn women's bathroom. I mean, that shouldn't happen, all right? I mean, if you're a transgendered, a genuine transsexual, all right, if you actually have the transition, if you can't be clocked as a man, well, then go into the women's bathroom. Why are you stupid idiots making this an issue? I'm telling you, LGBTQ, you people are taking a giant step back with this perversion bathroom obsession. And I'm warning the LGBTQ community, if you continue with this, all the strides that you have made are going to take a giant step back. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, I already sense that they are taking a giant step back because of this obsession with bathrooms, and it's utterly disgusting. It's utterly disgusting. So once again, I strongly advise anybody who is of influence in the LGBTQ community to basically tell your fellow fruit bowl brethren to back the hell off of this issue, because what they're going to do is dig themselves back into the oppression that they fought so long and hard to get out of. Do you understand this? I'm not kidding around. I mean, I don't understand why this is so hard to comprehend. I'm serious. I think that you're really pissing people off at this point in time, LGBTQ community. I mean, you're really pissing people off, and I think that you should stop with this obsession with the bathroom, and I think that you should focus on the fact that you've come a long way and that you can even be in society and now be married, all right? But instead, you want to keep beating a dead horse, and you want to, I really don't know what you're trying to do. But in my opinion, you are digging yourself backwards, and you're taking giant leaps backwards, and you're basically incepting prejudice that people are trying to get away from. I mean, people are trying to accept, open homosexuality and so on and so forth. They've accepted it, for Christ's sake, but you are tempting fate here to take a giant step backwards with this obsession with the bathroom. I'm serious. This is really sick. It's really starting to get disturbing, and I think the LGBTQ community needs to, no pun intended, take their heads out of their clogged up shitters, all right? And excuse my French, all right? Anyway, I'm almost done here, folks. I definitely do want to have a talk now. All right, I'm going to transition a little bit. I want to have a serious discussion. Let me have another drink. Get in my drink. I want to have a serious discussion with the transsexuals of the world today, okay? Now, trannies, I know that you are a completely different component in relation to the supposed LGBTQ community. I had the opportunity to speak to a lot of these trannies in Pal Talk when I used to have the Capitalist Army room back then, a long time ago, so on and so forth, okay? I don't have it anymore. I'll never chat anymore. I think it's ridiculous. But anyway, long story short, I got into the mindset of why somebody or how somebody goes from born a boy and then, just kind of, all through life thinking that they're a woman, all right? Now, what these trannies want is a male that isn't gay, believe it or not. I'm serious. The majority of these trannies, their wet dream, I shouldn't even use that. That's pretty sad, sick. But you know what I'm saying. Their biggest accomplishment is obtaining a straight man and them accepting them for being a transgender, okay? That's their big, The Crying Game, the movie, that's what they want. I'm not joking, all right? I'm serious, all right? Now, in my personal opinion, I think that is a completely different kind of psychological component as opposed to all the other motives as it relates to the LGBTQ community, all right? Now, for the most part, lesbos, gays, the Q, believe it or not, in LGBTQ is queer. I guess queer means like gender fluid now. I guess that's the euphemism that we're going to go with now. I have no idea. But this is their term, all right? I'm not using this as a derogatory term. That's their term. In my personal opinion, their prime motive is sexual carnality, all right? I'm serious. What is it about the homosexual community, whether it's, gays, lesbians? Now, I'm not saying that there is no monogamous gays or not any monogamous lesbians, but once again, a group is defined by its majority, and the majority of lesbians, the majority of gays, the majority of gender-fluid queers, their prime motivation is sexual carnality, and the obviousness is them putting forth their sexuality as the component that identifies who they are in society. Not the fact that they could be a nice person, not the fact that they could be intelligent, not the fact that, these people are whatever. Have any kind of qualities to themselves outside of the fact that the first thing that they have to tell you as soon as you meet them is that they're gay or they're lesbian. All right, that's the first thing that they want you to identify. And you see, the prime directive, in my opinion, is pure carnality. All right? I'm serious. So once again, folks, I'm talking to the trannies out here. I don't think that your prime directive is carnality. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody has sexual desires and so on and so forth, but I don't believe trannies really want the same type of random sex and the kind of promiscuousness that you see in the lesbos and in the gay community and in the gender-fluid queer community. I genuinely believe that trannies actually want a monogamous relationship, and that's why they became a tranny, because they have succumbed to the fact that they are more comfortable being the submissive, feminine quality within a relationship, all right? Now, the reason I'm explaining this, folks, is because I'd like for trannies to basically entertain the notion to completely disassociate yourself from lesbian, gays, and gender-fluid queers. Because I personally don't believe that the majority of trannies, their prime directive is to just go out and, be some carnal, sexual, promiscuous, hop from flesh flute to flesh flute kind of individual. I genuinely believe that trannies, the reason that they became a woman is because they want to be, and they want to succumb and actually want a man to treat them in the same capacity as a woman, the feminine quality, the feminine aspect of a relationship. That's why if you go on these like sex sites, and look, I'm not trying to advertise this for people, but if you go on Craigslist out here, I mean, go into these male for males, women for women. I mean, there's a lot of dykes, a lot of gays that are just wanting to hook up, random sex acts. They're not using condoms, so on and so forth. And you take a look at the tranny section, and for the most part, they're either doing one of two things. They're either asking for a serious relationship, or they're selling their ass because they know their ass is worth more than, a gay giving it out on the male-for-male section. Do you get what I'm saying? They're capitalists, all right? You know what I'm saying? So what I'm suggesting to the trannies of the world today is that you separate yourself from the gays, from the lesbians, from the gender-fluid queers, because I genuinely believe that you and your prime directive is not purely carnal and sexual. Do you understand? I mean, and I'm talking about you genuine trannies that are trying to look like women. I'm not talking about you ugly pieces of garbage that, think that you're going to be a woman and, you look like a just disgusting piece of trash. All right? Seriously. I mean, if you want to look like a woman, look like a freaking woman, asshole, all right? I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. I mean, look at that one. What was that newest tranny that Obama nominated to some freaking post in his freaking president cabinet or some crap? I mean, did you see this disgusting specimen, for Christ's sake? And they're going to try to claim that they're transsexual. I mean, you could see the man body, for Christ's sake. You could see the man face, for Christ's sake. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. And I think that genuine trannies should really heed what I'm saying and basically disassociate yourself from the lesbians, from the gays, and from the gender-fluid queers. And I hope that you genuinely take this into consideration, all right? Because if not, you are going to be in the same category as these and you should actually disassociate yourself from the whole restroom debate. All right? I mean, if you're a genuine tranny, you could be like, hey, look, I've never had that problem because I look like a woman. You know what I'm saying? So give me a break. Anyway, folks, I want to talk a little bit to these anime pricks, and then I'm going to move on to Radio Graffiti, and I'm going to have a little bit of Radio Graffiti post-show too, folks. So once again, go to the website, blogtalkradio.com/ghost, after the show to download if you want to hear the rest of the broadcast after the 2-hour mark. All right, but I definitely want to talk to the anime freaks. Now, listen. I know why, some of you freaks, patronize this sick, disgusting, twisted, cartoon, sexual fetish nonsense. It's because you're lonely, all right? I mean, I've unfortunately had the unfortunate circumstance to, find the doxes of a lot of you people. And to be honest with you, you all have the same MO, all right, to be honest with you. You're either fat in the ass and somebody's taking care of you, and you're just sitting, you're kind of a loser, all right? I'm serious. Or you're one of these over-feminized fruits. I mean, it's either one or the other. And even the over-feminized fruits, they're ugly. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm serious. If they were over-feminized fruits that were attractive in the gay community, they wouldn't have time to be doing all this stupid anime nonsense, all right? I'm serious. I'm not joking, all right? I mean, they'd be out in the town with one of the most, whoever's the rich gay in their town, all right? If they were some, little feminized fruit bowl that attracted, the homosexual elite class in their community, all right? But for the most part, a lot of these anime people, all right, a lot of them are just fat, just disgusting human specimens, for Christ's sake. It's grotesque. And I just want to make a suggestion. You don't have to be some buff idiot. You don't have to be some, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to hear any kind of, I don't know how to explain this without being rude, all right? I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. You don't have to be anybody, but you have to know how to communicate. You understand this? I mean, if you want someone that's going to, spend time with you and play games with you and go out with you, and whether it's male, female, tranny, whatever the hell you're looking for, I strongly advise you folks to go and please learn how to communicate. And what I mean by communicating is not going up to women and saying, hey, you look nice, and hey, dude. And I mean, they've already heard all that crap, man. You understand that? Women have already heard every line. Women have already heard all this crap. To be honest with you, they just want somebody to rap with them, talk with them, for Christ's sake. Do you understand? I mean, all you got to do is say, hey, how you doing? This is a pretty stupid whatever. I mean, if you're waiting in line, for Christ's sake, at a goddamn grocery store, make a comment about something. Sound confident about it. All right, make her chuckle, make her laugh, make her smile, for Christ's sake, and then you break the ice and you just talk. It's not that fucking hard. Excuse my French. I know that many of you goddamn losers never had a father to teach you this crap. It's not that hard. And secondly, you got to have some pride in yourself. Now, you don't have to be some buff idiot and some, you look like, I don't know, some muscle head, or you don't have to be in shape. But you have to look like you have some goddamn class, like you have some goddamn confidence in yourself. All right, you got to, if you're not going to be clean shaven, at least make the shave look good and couture to your goddamn face. All right? I mean, seriously, man. I mean, I'm sick of seeing you anime pricks. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And the reason that you're wasting so much time, effort, and energy on this anime garbage is because you can't attract anybody to waste your time with. I mean, because that's really what having relationships is about. I mean, you're learning. You're learning about yourself, who you are as a person, how you interact with other people. I mean, if you move in with somebody or somebody moves in with you, you get to understand that, hey, I like living with somebody, or no, I don't like living with somebody. But you see, you guys are robbing yourself of this crap because you're too enthralled and believe in this ridiculous sexualized fetish of freaking cartoons, man. I mean, I'm serious. There's a whole world out there, man. You can have yourself a great time. All right, I'm serious. There's like 5 women to every 1 man in this country in America today, and that ratio is pretty standard amongst the world, maybe more, a little less in other parts of the world. But, I mean, do you understand that the only person, and whether you want a woman or a man, it doesn't matter. I mean, go out and meet somebody, all right? Go out and talk to somebody, all right? If you don't know where to go volunteer for some crap, all right? Stop going to these anime cons and brony cons and all this crap. I mean, it's not getting you anywhere, all right? I mean, I've seen you people on film, man. I mean, it's boring, man. I don't understand why y'all go to this crap. It's boring, for Christ's sake, man. Get some excitement in your life. Do something dangerous for once, for Christ's sake, man. I guarantee you, if you have a father, if you still have your mother and father, your father will be proud of you, for Christ's sake. Man, oh, man, you mean Billy actually went out there and did that? Jesus Christ, I thought he was a freaking fag, for Christ. I'm serious. And, if you're gay, I mean, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm just saying, go out and meet whoever you want to meet and stop wasting your time on freaking cartoons, man. It's sick, man. This is a sick obsession. All right, if you really want to go and partake in sexual activity, you got to go out and meet people. All right, you got to go out and talk to people. And look, you don't have to be like some Casanova. Just talk to them. Talk to them friendly. All right, just casual conversation. I mean, hey, look, this weather, like right now, it's freaking, it's going to rain, it's going to hail. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's been raining, it's been hailing a lot. And this broad will respond, yeah. And if she responds like that, then screw her. She's a freaking uptight bitch, all right? But if the broad responds like, yeah, I had some hail on my car, and and then that's your cue to continue going, assholes. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, please go out. Stop with wasting your time, man. I mean, I don't even know how long we have left as far as our country is concerned, man. I mean, and you mean to tell me, like, if we, and look, I mean, this is, of course, this is a very low probability, but still a possibility. If we somehow spark nuclear war with China and Russia, I mean, you mean to tell me you want to just go out without anybody having any experiences with anybody, without going out with anybody, without, having those moments like, oh, man, I remember when that chick I got with, I never thought I'd get with her, but I talked to her and she talked to me and all that crap, man. That's what you're missing. That's what you guys are missing. That's what, and you females, too, if you haven't experienced it, that's what you're missing. So I implore all of you anime, brony, hentai, all you people to please get out and talk to people. Stop wasting your energy on this crap. I criticize it, and you idiots waste all this effort and energy in tweeting me and all this other crap. I mean, and look at you. I mean, what is it proving? I mean, what is that doing for your life, for Christ's sake? Seriously. What is that doing for? It's not doing nothing. It's not doing nothing, for Christ's sake. You're still the same loser, and you know how I know you hate yourselves? Because you don't care about yourself. Just look at the way you look. I mean, if you genuinely looked at yourselves in the mirror, you wouldn't like yourself. That's why I know you don't look at yourself in the mirror, because if you did, you wouldn't look like shit. You wouldn't look like a fat tub of shit. I'm serious. So anyway, please, to the trannies and the enemies, please take my advice and please heed my call. For the trannies, separate from the gays and the lesbos and the gender fluid queers. And for the enemies, stop, put the freaking enemy down and go out and do something, all right? I'm serious. Go out and do something. Volunteer for something. Join a group, for Christ's sake. Go to the bar, all right? I'm serious. Do something, for Christ's sake, man. Experience life. I'm sure you'll shock your parents, for Christ's sake. What? You're going to go out? Oh, my God. Anyway, folks. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, folks, and I'm talking about Radio Graffiti. That's right, folks. I'm talking about Radio Graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you have to do is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903 is the number to call, 516-453-9903. And when I call on your area code or on your Skype name, you have exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind, for Christ's sake, all right? And please say something, for Christ's sake, all right? Stop acting like Helen Keller deaf mute pieces of nipple clamp loving, butt plug up the ass looking, freshly waxed blowhole looking pieces of crap. Now, anyway, before I move on, please follow me on Twitter, folks, all right? Politics Ghost is the goddamn name to follow. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. And, of course, folks, all my broadcasts are free to download, and they're there 24/7 at blogtalkradio.com/ghost, all right? I mean, learn the history of the evolution of the man they call Ghost, baby. It's all there, all documented. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and let's get to Radio Graffiti right now. All right, 509 Radio Graffiti.
What's the difference between a potato and Bernie Sanders' penis? A potato doesn't explode in your grandma's throat.
Yeah, that's stupid. That's lame, man. For Christ's sake, man. You sound like you sound like that idiot that got hit by the goddamn Walmart. What the hell's that idiot's name? He's not even important enough for me to remember. For Christ's sake. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. That idiot that got hit with the Walmart truck. I hate that type of ridiculous comedy. You know what I'm saying? It's not funny. It sucks. It's horrible. All right. I'm serious. What the hell's his name? Tracy Chapman or whatever? I don't know. Whatever the hell his name is. He's not even important enough to remember. He's stupid. He acts like half a tard, and it's pathetic. All right? Oh, Tracy Morgan. That's who it is. That stupid bastard. That's right. Anyway, 831 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, Ghost Sergeant Jane Doe calling in to ask you, how do you manage to fight two people at the same time while being in a wheelchair?
Yeah, well, first of all, once again, I'm not in a goddamn wheelchair, asshole. And secondly, at least you're trying to sound like you have bass in your voice, boy. 347 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, Jesus Christ, that was horrible. That was just disgustingly horrible. 808 Radio Graffiti.
Anime swag, I'm flying like Goku. Anime swag, when I pull up in that old school. Anime, drop fast anime. You can change anime and everything anime. What you saying anime?
Are you kidding me? Everything. I mean, they made a rap about anime, for Christ's sake. I mean, just the perversion, man. The utter perversion. And did y'all read that article that, Canada is cracking down on anime watchers, for Christ's sake? I'm serious. I mean, I think there was close to 50% of child molesters that they raided, the houses that they raided, of actual child molesters. I'm talking about people that they knew were child molesters that were distributing kiddie porn, so on and so forth. They had anime, large sums of anime on their goddamn hard drives. Is there a coincidence? Anyway, who else do we got going on over here? How about 781 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, the Texas floods are caused by me pleasuring your granny.
Yeah. Hey, your granny. Hey, your granny. Hey, your granny. I mean, this shit's getting old, man. I mean, come on. 435 Radio Graffiti.
Get to the capitalist army.
Yeah, shut up your ass, all right, boy? Yeah, that's why you had to do it in a goddamn splice. Let me tell you something, you scumbag! Don't you ever talk about the capitalist army like that, boy. I'm telling you this right now. You will rue the day that you talk that way about the goddamn capitalist army, boy. I'm telling you. I'm not joking. Just ask a few presidential candidates what we're talking about. Anyway, 269 Radio Graffiti.
Hi, Ghost. I'm a big fan, and I'm an even bigger Trump fan. Since silence is consent, I've decided to go ahead and make a hentai based on you and your show called Wet in Texas. I just thought I'd let you know before.
Yeah, Wet in Texas. Don't you understand? This is no laughing matter, assholes. It's flooding out here in Texas, for Christ's sake, and you could care less. You people are soulless. Scumbags is what you are. Scumbags. 813 Radio Graffiti.
It hits me hard. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Wax a fun carrot, the enemy.
You see, here come the enemy splicers, for Christ's sake. Look, I'm telling you this right now. I believe that if you're watching anime, all right, I'm serious. I think there's something seriously wrong with you, all right? And that's why I tried to have a little fireside chat with you before Radio Graffiti over here, to try to persuade you idiots, instead of wasting your life to some goddamn stupid sexualized fetish cartoon, to go out and try to find somebody real to play with your wee-wee. Jesus Christ. 716 Radio Graffiti.
And I will walk 500 miles, and I will walk 500 more.
Well, that was a pretty-ass song back in the 80s.
Yeah, it was a fruity-ass song back in the 80s. I mean, Jesus Christ, how far in the archive did you go back to find that crap? Good Lord. 712 Radio Graffiti.
You know why you get so many trolls? Just when people call in and give you valuable information, all you do is put them on hold. A lot of good radio shows don't do that. They let you know
Well, hey, you know what? I understand that, all right? I understand that, but for the most part, all I have is these filthy, disgusting troll terrorists and cyber vermin, all right? That's all I got, all right? I wish I had some credible, political voices out here, all right? But either way, I'm a credible political voice. You understand that, boy? And let me tell you, they're taking notice, all right? You're taking notice. Professor Falcon Punch, Radio Graffiti. I'm sitting here, fucking anime cartoon ass. Yes! 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 Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, do you see this? Do you see what I'm talking about with this anime crap? This is very sick crap, folks. That's why they've got laws against it in Canada, man. I don't blame them. I don't blame them, for Christ's sake. And let me tell you, if you happen to know somebody who is partaking in this anime crap in Canada, call the Mounties on them. Seriously, I'm not joking. I'm getting sick of this crap. It's getting way out of hand. Way out of hand. Mighty Nate, Radio Graffiti. You better bring some crew, for Christ's sake, because I can take more than one man at a time. Oh, yeah. Bernie, fuck my name. Oh, shut up. Shut up. You understand that? Just shut your stupid mouth with that stupid slice. You people are not going to harsh my mellow, all right? I am going to sit here. I'm going to drink some Johnny Walker. Some Johnny Walker Blue Label, baby. And I am going to watch Trump sweep these East Coast primaries. And if he doesn't, boy, then the goddamn fix is in. Do you understand that? You understand that? And let me tell you, if anything happens other than what is expected, I'm telling you right now, we are converging on Cleveland when the GOP meets. And let me tell you something, we are going to have the itinerary of the people that are trying to be totalitarian, and we're going to go pay them a little visit and ask them a few questions. And we want answers immediately. Anyway, Dick Breath, Radio Graffiti. I mean, Donald Trump is a Democrat, and he deserves the respect accorded to... Oh, shut up, all right? Let me tell you something. Don't be spreading around that lie, boy. Don't you dare be spreading around that goddamn lie. Let me tell you something, folks. If you don't vote for Donald Trump, then whatever transpires on this goddamn side of the planet, we deserve. All right? You people already got bamboozled by Obama, and you didn't learn from that, you stupid scumbags? You didn't learn from that? Well, you're going to get it, boy. A real black guy, Radio Graffiti.
I want to say, I love people that are animated. Incredible. Beauty.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Now they're splicing Alex Jones, for Christ's sake. I mean, Jesus Christ. Do you see this sick-ass anime, folks? You see this crap? Are you hearing it? Cave Johnson, Radio Graffiti.
Let me tell you something right now, and I'll say it again. If I ever see
Donald Trump
out here in the Austin City streets, I'll be more...
No, I'm not even going to let you finish it. I'm not letting you finish it because, let me tell you something, you are not besmirching Donald Trump on my broadcast. You understand that, boy? You understand that? You ain't going to do it, boy. You ain't going to do it. Pivot Idiot, Radio Graffiti.
Imagine there's no magic. It's easy as my dick. No hell below my dick. Above my dick, only sky.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, that's about enough. All right, seriously, that's about enough. 781 Radio Graffiti.
Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Fuck you, goat.
Yeah, shove it up your fruity ass, for Christ's sake. Why don't you call up here with some bass in your voice, boy? You sound a little unsecure yourself. 727 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I just gotta say, when you drink Johnny Walker, what I do now is I'm 15 years old, by the way, is that I go to 7-Eleven and I pay...
No, you know what? No, you shouldn't be drinking, all right? You got to be over the age of 21 to drink in America, boy, all right? Anyway, folks, we're about to run out of time on the live broadcast. But we're going to continue with after the show Radio Graffiti. The only way you can listen to it is go to blogtalkradio.com/ghost. It'll be posted once we're over, once it's finished. And, of course, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already done so. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. All right, folks? Same place, same time tomorrow, folks. All right? All right, and remember, vote for Trump, because a vote for Trump is a vote against the goddamn political class. Do you understand that, boy? It's a vote against the political class. All right, and we're off the air at this point in time. The only way that you can listen to this is if you are on the phone holding right here, right now on the broadcast. Anyway, folks, once again, I do want to reiterate those fireside chats that I gave to the trannies and to the enemies. I'm sincere about it, all right? All right, the trannies, get the hell out of the lesbo, the gay, and the gender fluid queer community, all right? And I explained why, all right? I'm serious. I'm not joking around. And, of course, the enemy pricks, all right? Go out and meet somebody, all right? Don't just sit on your fat jelly asses. I mean, the majority of you are fat. You're fat in the ass. It's pathetic. It's disgusting, for Christ's sake. I know for a fact that you get up and you barely look at yourself in the mirror. I mean, I know for a fact. Because if you did, you would have at least a little bit more integrity for your goddamn disgusting, slovenly selves, for Christ's sake. And you see, the correlation between that look and enemy is, I mean, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? I'm serious. All right? Anyway, folks, it's flooding down here in Texas, folks. I know there's a lot of people making fun of that. I want to be completely honest with you. It's very serious out here. All right? I mean, they have already the dam gates, all right? I mean, opening the gates of the flood dam. I mean, they've been open for the past couple of days. We're getting more rain, getting hail. I've never seen so much hail in my life. All right? I'm serious. I mean, I think it's already hailed around at least these parts at least 10 times this year, or at least 7 to 10 times this year. I'm not joking, this year. So I know HARP is doing their thing, if you understand what I'm talking about, folks. And if you don't know what HARP is, well, then you're on the internet. Look it up, all right? HARRP, HARP. Take a look and see what our tax dollars have built, all right, folks? I mean, Jesus Christ. Take your head out of your ass. You're on the internet, man. Jesus Christ. I hate when people are like, I don't know what that is. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's go back to Radio Graffiti and see what we got going on over here, all right? All right, who do we got here? How about Baltimore Trucker Radio Graffiti?
You said I will go into bubble baths with other guys and whatever, because that's interesting to the base.
Well, what am I supposed to? Am I supposed to stick this, or you're supposed to stick me? I don't get it.
You son of a bitch! You see, I mean, you scumbag! All right, scumbag. See, now they're making splices with me and Alex Jones, for Christ's sake. And look, I know people are a little shocked that, I'm actually, tweeting some of Alex Jones's InfoWars content. But look, we are at a time of serious proportions, all right? Now, me personally, I've got some bones to pick with Alex Jones. I think that he's ripped me off on several different aspects of his particular act. And, I'm taking a little offense to it, all right? But for the most part, his particular organization, all right, his InfoWars is actually a very decent institution. It's a very decent independent media. All right, I mean, they are bringing out stories that no one is bringing out, for Christ's sake, and I got to commend him, and not just him, but his team. His team is doing a great job. All right, now, there's some things that I may disagree with him on, but that's the beautiful part about America. All right, you can disagree with people. You can agree with people. You can not like people. You can do what you want. All right, that's the beautiful part about America. Freedom. Remember that, idiots? But, of course, you idiots want to be led around by the nose by, some big brother government as long as they give you the peanuts, right, of food stamps. They give you the peanuts of welfare. They give you the goddamn peanuts of whatever goddamn dwelling they think that you deserve. What pathetic weasels some of you freaking socialist pieces of low-grade trash are. I'm serious. Sometimes it gets me really pissed off. Anyway, let's get back to Radio Graffiti, for Christ's sake, all right? 786 Radio Graffiti.
Yeah, fuck Donald Trump, fuck your ass, nigga. Y'all niggas just want to keep the black man down. Y'all capitalist ass niggas.
You know that, I don't know if you heard the tweet last night or saw the tweet. You know that over 15 million black people have died in abortions. So who is putting a gun to these black women's heads to abort black babies? Can you explain that?
Nigga, it's better that they abort those goddamn babies. Nigga, I don't want no fucking sugar.
Yeah, exactly. Some racist idiot that thinks he's black, all right? You see what I'm saying? I mean, you don't even know how to sound like a black guy, for Christ's sake. Horrible. And seriously, black abortions kill more more black lives every year than violent crime, heart disease, and suicide combined. All right? Black abortions. Welcome to America. All right? Welcome to America. Hey, I thought Black Lives Matter, huh? I thought Black Lives Matter. Oh! Yeah, it's exactly right. Hypocrisy, man. That whole Black Lives Matter. Why do you think they're being led around by the nose by people like Sean King, Rachel Dolezal, or whatever the hell her name is, for Christ's sake? White people in blackface. All right? They can sit here, black folks can sit here and tout and scream and agitate violence in the name of Black Lives Matter, and yet they're being led around by the nose by white people in blackface. I mean, does anybody see the irony in this? Seriously, does anybody see the irony in this crap? I'm serious, man. I don't get it. Anyway, 518 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. Me and my daughter are loving the show.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I thank you for listening in. The People's Republic of China, Radio Graffiti.
Find their rump with both hands. Yes! Yes! Oh!
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Do you hear this again? I mean, they're mixing Alex Jones with this enemy nonsense. And do you hear this? I mean, these are actual enemy depictions of, like, sexual rape and sexual molestation. I'm serious. This is the basis of this enemy sick-ass twisted crap. It's horrific. It's disgusting, man. I'm serious. I don't blame Canada for going after these people. I do not blame them, all right? And look, if you want my personal opinion, I think that the Japanese, because they're freely distributing this, they think that it's no freaking problem that this, I mean, to be honest with you, this has been in their culture for thousands of years. I mean, look at the whole geisha crap. Oh, yeah, geisha? Oh, no, shut up. Put a sushi roll in that hole and shut your face, all right? I believe that this is a conspiracy, if you want my personal opinion. Japan getting back at America by trying to utilize their perversion that is embedded within their culture to basically socially and morally bankrupt the youth of America. And not only the youth of America, but males in general in America, for Christ's sake. I'm not kidding around. I think this is Japan getting back at America for Hiroshima and Nagasaki, all right? So they go out and they distribute all this disgusting, anime child porn is what I think it is, to be honest with you. And I'm glad that the people from Canada think it is too. But this is what it is, for Christ's sake, man. It's sick. It's sick. So seriously, if anybody is from Canada and you know they're posting this disgusting nonsense, report them to the freaking Mounties or the Moose Police or whatever the hell you Maple Leaf idiots do. Anyway, 269 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I thought I'd let you know a little bit more about the hentai I'm making of you. So it's going to be called Wet in Texas, obviously, and it's going to be of you and Trump.
Yeah, real funny. It's not really funny, you see? Because you're talking to me like you're asking me a question. You're not even talking to me like you've got a pair of balls. Do you hear yourself? Yeah, you're talking to me like you're asking me a question. You're supposed to be telling me something. That's supposed to be a statement, you ballless asshole. Jesus Christ. Cosmo Brockington, Radio Graffiti.
I'm gonna jump! I'm gonna end it all!
Please kill yourself, all right?
You!
Woo! No, that was funny.
Well, I mean, if the shoe fits, that's all I say, if the shoe fits. Anyway, Gary Powers, Radio Graffiti.
I mean, hell, in my personal opinion, Vincent the Bay is a good piece of ass.
Oh, leave Vincent the Bay alone, for Christ's sake, man, all right? Leave him alone, seriously, man. That poor bastard. Anyway, Big American Patriot, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, and it's not the Holy Ghost. The world, more and more, is being possessed by ghosts. A lot of strong, good people are attracted just to the fire because it looks like something on the surface.
That's real funny, asshole, all right? That's real funny. I'm not corrupting anybody, all right? I've been accused of that ever since I've been on the internet, for Christ's sake. Like I'm freaking Socrates, like I'm corrupting the youth or something, all right? Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm educating the youth. You understand that? I'm teaching the youth how to be a real man. I'm teaching them how to grow a set of balls the size of grapefruits that can slap this world against its chin. Do you understand that? I'm teaching them how to stand up to adversity, for Christ's sake, and not be some milky-licking, chicken-eating corn boy. That's what I'm doing. Sit over here and try to talk garbage to me that I'm corrupting the... I ain't doing diddly, all right? I'm doing this world a goddamn service, if you want my personal opinion. You understand that? I'm serious. I'm doing this world a service. You're welcome, all of you. You're welcome, all of you. Anyway, 574 Radio Graffiti.
You know what I think you should do? Donald Trump. I think that you should kill yourself. That's what I think you should do.
Oh, shut up. Don't besmirch Donald Trump. Do you understand that? Don't besmirch this man, boy. I guarantee you, if you were in front of me right now, we would have some serious fisticuffs. You understand that? I'm not joking around, man. I would smash your teeth so far down your goddamn throat, you'd be able to chew your own colon hole. Son of a bitch. 248 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, you tell me to grow some balls when you can't even whack to your own wife because you're a cripple. I could kick your ass up and down 6th Street, and you couldn't feel it because you're a cripple.
Are you kidding me? How old are you?
Old enough to pop that pussy.
Hold on just a second. Stay right there. I've got an old game that I have to play. It's been a long time. It's that old favorite Guess the Minority. That's right, folks. I want to talk a little bit about Guess the Minority. Oh, what happened? Oh, man. I wanted to play Guess the Minority with this kid. Oh, come on. He dropped the call. Oh. I wanted to play Guess the Minority with that kid. I guarantee you I would have guessed his minority status. I guarantee it, boy. I mean, I've been wanting to play that game. I missed that game. I love that game. Anyway, we got Gary Brodsky, Radio Graffiti.
It's the Muppet Show with very special guest star, Ghost from True Capitalist Radio. Yay! Melting pot of friendship. Melting pot of friendship. Hey, Ghost, embrace it. Ghost, embrace it. You! My race is better than your race. I'm gonna kill you. I happen to have a whole bunch.
God damn it, you son of a bitch. I'm telling you, y'all are bringing back this whole racist connotation with me, and I don't appreciate it, boy. I don't appreciate it one bit. I have said this for years, all right, that I am not a racist, all right? I am a melting pot of friendship, all right? I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be black, all right? I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be Hispanics, all right? I happen to have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be Camel Jockey, WAP, Mick, all right? I'm serious. I'm not joking, for Christ's sake, man. Frogs, I know them all right? I know them all. So for you idiots to say, after all these years, all right, after all the things that I have said, for Christ's sake, to continue to call me a racist is a false indictment, and I don't appreciate it, all right? And not to mention, stop calling me a goddamn ham bone. Anyway, Truckers of Steel, Radio Graffiti. Diarrhea Blue Label, oh yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Get that crap out of here. All right, let me tell you something. You're just jealous, boy, that you can't take a $30 sip of this goddamn Johnny Walker Blue Label. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, boy, I know it. I know it. I can sense the envy. I can feel the envy, boy. 609, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's Capitalist Mal. I just want to say 5 times a night doesn't sound like a bad deal. Johnny Walker, Bernie Sanders, Second Harvest, oh, yeah.
Oh, get the hell out of here with you. Talk Bernie Sanders. He's not going to be the nominee, all right? Even Trump knows it. Everybody knows it, except for the people that are actually Bernie Sanders supporters, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, that's it, for Christ's sake, all right? I'm done. I mean, stick a fork in me. I'm done. You people have harshed my mellow enough, all right? You have harshed my mellow enough, all right? So I'm getting the hell out of here, all right? Tomorrow I'll be here, the same place, same time. All you've got to do is go to blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Bookmark that son of a bitch. All right, I'm going to be here same place, same time. Spread it around like wildfire. Let everybody know, for Christ's sake, man. We're trying to get 100,000 live listens, for Christ's sake. We're trying to get 100,000 live listens, so spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house every time we are live. Remember, this is 100% live, baby. All right? And moreover, please follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, baby. Anyway, folks, I'm out of here. I've had a good time, and the reason I want to get the hell out of here, I'm looking at the damn outside, for Christ's sake. Doesn't look pretty at all. All right, so I just want to make sure that my phones are charged and, hook up my battery so I can keep myself online and continue to watch the primary, because I'm telling you, Donald Trump will sweep the East Coast. He'll sweep it. I'm telling you, he's going to sweep it, all right? So watch, celebrate with me tonight, folks. Follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Thank you very much for tuning into the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Long live the capitalist army, and death to feminism, death to socialism, and death to totalitarianism.